Casey adopted a bird family. The birds are Eastern Bluebirds, and they live in the United States in Virginia. And here's a picture of a male and a female bluebird, and we learned all about why their coloring is different and what each of them does while taking care of the babies. This is what the outside of the birdhouse looks like. There's a little hole that's just big enough for the bluebirds to get in, and if you look on the top, there are some streamers that blow around in the wind, and those are called sparrow spookers. Do you remember what those do? The bluebirds moved into this birdhouse and they started building their nest. Here's a little video of the progress. It takes them a couple days to build that nest. Here's the inside of the birdhouse after the nest has been built. You can see the nest there with a light, and there's a camera up there so that we can have a little peek inside as this family grows. Now this is an older nest and the babies have already fledged. You can see one little egg left in there that unfortunately it didn't hatch. Our pair of bluebirds laid their eggs. We have 4 light blue eggs there in the nest, all ready for mom to sit on and keep warm and incubate, and we should have babies soon. Here's mom making the eggs cozy in the nest, and dad comes every once in a while and brings her a nice juicy bug. Looks like he might have a spider there in that picture. Casey decided that our birds needed names, so we took some suggestions and we took a vote. Some of the suggestions were Bluebell and Peter, Tweeting Tom and Tweeting Angela, Bluey and Talking Tom, or Belle and Sugar. All great suggestions. Our winner was Tweeting Tom and Tweeting Angela. After a long time of mom sitting on these eggs and incubating them, they're finally hatching. We've got 2 little baby birds there. Look how little and pink they are, barely able to move, but they're pushing themselves out of the egg. So amazing. It's hard to tell in this picture, but there are 4 little brand new, newly hatched little bluebirds. Casey got some really sad news the day after the chicks hatched. One of the little chicks died, and we were all so sad to hear about it. Mom and Dad have to start feeding the chicks. You can see Mom here coming in with some kind of big juicy bug to feed these tiny little chicks that are really hungry. The chicks are starting to grow. You can see they're getting some more fuzz all over them, and they're looking a little bigger than when they first hatched. They keep growing and growing and growing. Look at all those feathers they have now, and they're barely fitting in that nest. Mom and Dad are still super busy keeping these birds fed. After about 18 or 19 days in this nest, look at how big these birds are. They're not pink anymore. Their eyes are open. They're covered in feathers. They're just about ready to leave the nest. Here goes the first one. Here goes the second one. And the last one. All 3 birds now have fledged and the nest is empty. It's kind of sad to see it empty now, but happy news that all 3 of them have fledged. Here's a picture of the tree they all flew to and are hanging out in. Their mom and dad are still helping them find food and will help take care of them a little while longer till they get used to being out of their nest. Good luck to Tweeting Tom and Tweeting Angela and their little babies. Hopefully they have a great summer, and I hope that all of you do too.